that we really need to start fixing at the root, right, in our communities. And speaking also as a Palestinian woman, I really have found it very useful that to interrogate the prison industrial complex in the United States and its roots in the global prison industrial complex that has transformed from imperialist violence and capitalist, neoliberal capitalism in the third world. So if we look at Palestine, occupied Palestine, the largest open-air prison in the world, and we look at how similar Israeli authorities have structured their prisons based on the U.S. model of prisons, I think we also see, as Angela Davis likes to say, an immense potential for solidarity and anti-prison work with folks that are out of this country.
Oh, wait, just 1 minute, just in case anyone's moving. We just want to make sure that people know that we are with the immigrant worker rights working crew. Our group is going to continue in the immigration rights demonstration later on. So meet with us at 4 o'clock. Look for our banner, which is red, which says "Don't Prison Stop, Invest in Humanity," and come join us, and we can continue discussion and also unite to fight the mass incarceration and immigration detention, privatization, all those things.
So I just want to talk for a minute about how anti-police violence or prison abolition movement fits in or is important to wider movements. And I'm curious how many of you, as you started to become political or as you started to radicalize, how police repression might have played a factor. So just raise your hand, show of hands, like how many of you did police repression play some factor in how you would get And I think that in this moment of Occupy, it's certainly true that folks who have not previously encountered police repression, as they step up to disruptive action, has the potential of possibly intervening, right, in current relations, that police repression is the first thing that we encounter. So if we start to challenge private property, what we get is police repression. If we start to effective protest, what we get is police repression. So that's true for folks who in their daily life are not targeted by cops. And then you look at the huge numbers of people in this city, in neighborhoods and demographics that are consistently targeted by cops, and think about what does that actually mean to have that consciousness, right? So to have the consciousness of police repression separated from protest. So not the voluntary acts of confronting, whatever we think we're confronting, but simply being, the experience of somebody who lives in public housing with vertical police patrols, where cops can ask people for their IDs when they're doing laundry, right? Going to school, on the train station in certain neighborhoods, it's cops, at the door, it's cops, right? That kind of awareness of constant repression is something that a lot of people who are not directly affected have some sense of being distanced from, and yet through protest activity start to encounter. So we're in this moment where a lot of folks are like, oh, there's a huge problem with stop and frisk in New York City, and people are waking up to a reality that practically any young Black or Latino person can tell you has been a constant reality in their neighborhood. So there's this influx of movement trying to figure out what does it mean to confront this. It's a racial justice issue, but more than that, it's a wider movement issue. And hang on for a second, okay, so what is the missing element in so we're talking when we okay, immigration detention is over here, and gender, oppressed genders, queer and trans folks are impacted over here, and women over here, or whatever. And it's split up into lots of different pieces. And each of those intersecting identities is experiencing a different site of knowledge. So, for example, what gender nonconforming folks know about state violence plays out in a particularly direct way, right? And what people who experience state violence in their houses, in their apartment buildings, what they understand about repression and state violence plays out in a very particular way. So that kind of knowledge is something that is missing from many of our movements in general. And this particular movement is a place where people who become radicalized through fighting prison and police repression have a tremendous gift to the entire left, because there's a direct experience of state violence. The hunger strikers and the California prisoner strikes made and have an analysis and proposed things for Occupy to think about that had a level of insight and structural, like a real structural understanding that comes from direct experience with that, like, very unmediated state violence. And they were coming from solitary confinement, right? So they're the most isolated, the most repressed, who actually came up with an analysis that was the most universal. So I think that's in a nutshell, like, as protection from being able to make some kind of comfortable zone decreases the